Oh, this is it, boys. We're getting invaded. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Farthest Frontier. I was going to record a little bit in ahead of where we were. I was going to skip ahead to getting a population to 125 so we could get on to the Tier 3 stuff. That's pretty much the only thing we need left to do in order to get to the Tier 3 upgrade. And lo and behold, an invasion of 11 raiders struck. So impromptu video for me, I suppose. We need one log to finish this guard tower here, and guard towers are very good at defending against all of the different types of storages where the enemy might attack. And what's interesting about the defenses in this game too is that wherever you place a tower, it's based on elevation and also clearing of areas around it. So you can see we're getting like a +2 in areas where it's open, +3 where it's even more open, where the archers can see better, or like look over the water where it's +5, +7, because there's like literally nothing blocking their line of sight. Amazing. Very, very cool. So like, yeah, if you place a tower up high, or if you place it somewhere like in a town or something like that where they can see down the streets and whatnot, they can shoot at the invaders. Unfortunately, even if we had like 2 or 3 towers, I don't think that's enough to destroy all the dudes coming down. So we're about to lose some goods, but it won't be too bad. It might mostly be some money or something like that, but that's okay because we've got ourselves a trade deal going on right over here. In fact, we could transfer the gold from the global storage to right over here at the trading post, so that way they have to go a little further into town. A strategic transfer of funds, right? We can like wire the funds from here where all the gold is literally sitting here in the yeah, like imagine this being the level of security. But where else are we going to put it? We can't build a vault until we have iron ingots, and we haven't been able to trade for that until right about now. So we can actually buy a vault. We can buy a little bit of iron from our friend here, Score of the Butcher. If we build the vault, let's see, that is under storage. So it is unlocked, so we need 20 iron to build that thing. 20 iron, 40 stone in order to build that thing. So that would give us a grand cost of, oh boy. That's more, well, a little bit more than I'm willing to pay. Wait, I can't. Oh, because we have no gold in there. Ah, boy. Well, you know what a better investment is rather than putting our money in a vault, what's better than that is towers. I was going to put some towers up here too, defend against wolves and whatnot, wandering predators. It's a good idea to, whatever roads you have that are farthest reaching out, like for example up here, the farm and the area over here, to build some towers, and there you go. So let's see what happens during the attack. First of all, our goal is going to be to build this tower. If we built the towers earlier, it would have just been a further exhaustion of our resources and whatnot. In fact, they are quite expensive, and their upkeep is even worse. 25 wood, 10 stone. It's pretty spendy for a lookout tower. 10 stone, and then 10 gold, which isn't too bad, but again, they are there's a little bit of upkeep to them, and also we need to put archers in there too, so we definitely need to make sure we have a Fletcher. In this case, we have let's see, 153 arrows, so they could steal some of that too, so we might not even be able to fight back. All right, here comes the invasion. So the invaders here are basically like thieves, really. Hunters and some other people will fight back against them, but they still have pretty good resistance to these things, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to be swinging over here to this building. They're going to do a little, looks like they're going to do a little attacking to it first. I guess this simulates them breaking in. Essentially, this is just like a bank robbery. Not necessarily criminals within our city. It's not like they're locals. They're actually just like external raiders. Now, these guys can all be killed, and you can get all your supplies back too. And oftentimes they'll just steal things like randomly shoes or whatnot. But in this case, let's see if our money transfer worked. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah, we got some gold still sitting here. So they stole a bit, but we still have 786 here. So we're okay. Price to pay, you know. Either they steal it or we pay it in the as the checks to our soldiers. So let's go ahead and increase that. Cool. Now we'll be back up to 1,200 gold in no time. A little moment of excitement though during the quiet, the lull. Now what I would like to see in this is when the raiders get killed, I have not seen our people be able to pick up their equipment. Like they have like crude bludgeons and like basically clubs. So I wonder if we kill other troops. Like one of those guys did have a crossbow. It would have been cool to be able to actually kill that guy and then take his crossbow to then put into our armory. And that's something that I've seen in games like Dawn of Man or Going Medieval, but I haven't quite seen here too. Oh, crops are eating the wildlife, or the crops are being eaten by wildlife. That's fine. We'll just build some more hunters to get back that deer population. That'll be all right. All right, 6 villagers have graduated. Great. Welcome. Good to see you all again. I'm going to jump forward here in just a little bit to try to get to that 125 population. Really, nothing was going to go on. I was going to build that tower in advance and be ready for anything, but I'm going to keep one person in this tower until we've got multiple attackers coming in. So that's not going to happen again. Damn straight. We're going to build some multiple towers to defend our little storage over here. So we'll build another defensive tower here. We want them to overlap. 7 people wanting to move in. Actually, you know what? It didn't tell us what those guys stole. It should give you a briefing once you've been raided on what you may have lost. Whether you've lost anything or not. There should be a notification that pops up. There it is. Okay. I'm going to build a little road here. Road building in this game is a little weird. Like, it gives you the green light. Like, oh yeah, you can build a road here. And then you can't. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, to hell with it. Anyway, let's see. Village was raided. All right, so what was stolen is just 723 gold. So, honestly, not that bad. The fact that they didn't kill anybody is awesome. And it looks like we didn't kill anybody, so... All right, well, we've got 7 new people here, so we'll get up to 125. And I'll see you folks once we hit that population. Towers are going to be built. We'll do a little behind-the-scenes stuff as we just grind out for time in order to wait for that population to increase. That's about it there is to do, is just simple trading and simple waiting for people to come on in. Got some wheat and stuff growing here, so just sitting back and biding our time. Well, certainly taking a lot longer than I thought to get to our 125 population. Happiness has dropped a little bit due to food, but we should be fine. A couple other issues too. Wow, look at the amount of planks we have. 507, mostly because we had all of these both of these plank buildings on. But anyway, I shut those off. I'm adding security, adding a few parks. Our fence is looking nice over here too. We'll probably keep on adding to... Uh-oh, was that a deer? Oh yeah, we got to add to the fence to keep those critters out. We keep on Ooh, nice hit. Keep on building to that as much as we can. Go for, actually it's under walls. There we go. Let's go for a few extra. And maybe we'll build it like this way. Just a little bit to give us a little bit more area for the possibility of cows. That'd be kind of cool. Build a cow pasture over there. There we go. We'll just keep on adding to that. Pretty cheap, by the way. Just 1 log, but... Alright, so now we've increased the number of logs, firewood. Yep, wow, stone looks great. Clay even better. And money, look at that, plus 37. I don't know what I'm doing different with this town, but it's certainly turning out much better than any of my other cities. But then again, this is on a little easier setting, and I've got a lot more experience, and that's probably what makes it easier too. And a beautiful long coastline, which makes it a lot nicer to be able to build a big old city in one spot, which is perfect for all of the circle catchment areas for all of the... houses and such, and the school too, and the healer that's next door. Everything's going good. Healer's right over there. Let's see. Okay, a couple buildings are short on food. We do have a few fishing docks here and there. One thing I recently found out in the game too is that you do not need to fish where the fish marker is. You can actually fish pretty much anywhere. You'll just have somewhat of a reduced number. So we could build a fishing dock here and take advantage of the corner of this map, and it'll actually do better because of all the coastline. Each one of the, when you place down a fishing dock, like for example this, each one of those white little, oh wait, blue little, wait a minute, we got 11 raiders, hold on a second. What? We'll come back to that lesson in a minute. Where? The fence? Oh, the other side. Oh, they're coming from over here. You know, I bet you if they would try to get in through this way, they wouldn't even try to take the gate. I bet they'd bash through the fence and try to invade that way. Great. Well, let's increase security right away. We should have, wow, we actually have like 4 towers just covering this area. Wow, that's crazy. I got to build a barracks now, too, and try to defend the... actually, can we build a barracks at this moment? Let's see, we've got defenses. Barracks, could we build one here? Let's see. We can't quite fit one there, but we could try to build it somewhere nearby at least. So they'd have to pass it on their way to attack the storehouse. Oh boy. Well, There they come. Oh, there's our graveyard, too. Too bad we can't fill that with those guys. I really wish every time that we killed a raider that they would, actually, the weapons that they dropped we could use. I don't even want to sound the alarm yet for our... 17? There's 17 more? What? We're getting hit with a double invasion? Wait, are we seeing 17 on top of the 11? Nah, it must be 17 in total. They're getting hit pretty hard, though. Get absolutely wrecked. Wow, thank goodness for the added security. That worked out. A few of our villagers were attacked, but they're okay. Alright, we'll see what the debrief says in a minute. Anyway, while we wait for the 125, it's a good idea to plop down another fishing shack. So as I was mentioning, every one of these little blue bobbers, the more and more of the shoreline that you actually touch there, boom, look at that. Fishing areas plus 20%, so it starts at 100% efficiency, can go down based on whatever is going on around you, but can go up based on the shoreline, but you can overfish. So here we got 220% effectiveness if we make the catchment area here, or the work area, and then you can see the fish count is 764 based on the 256,000 square meters of lake, or I guess at least of livable fishing area. We'll go ahead and build a little fishing dock over here, maybe. And then we'll go ahead and start building the... oh, it's a little still too low. Let's see. Well, we don't have to necessarily build it near the shore. That's one thing I like about the game, too, is that you don't necessarily need a dock. We can just build it, like, nearby, and it counts just as much. So let's go ahead and build... let's actually build 2 of these here. And then we'll kind of assign them in 2 different areas, maybe one here, one there. And this is a pretty big lake, so us doing a few fishing spots here shouldn't hurt too much. We got somebody in the hospital with festering wounds from the attack, so luckily we got our healer and medicinal herbs. Let's see if anybody got away. Nope. 6 out... Wait. Raid size 6. Raiders killed 6. Where the hell were the 17 that were found? It said 11, then it said 17. Oh, now there it goes. Now it says... Oh, one got away, though. One must have turned around as soon as he lost all of his buddies. Anyway, they didn't take anything, so we're good. Alright, good. Ah, the village cured. Hold on, I want to turn up the sounds a little bit. There we go. Alright, well, village was raided, but we successfully defended. Villager was cured, so that's good. Now, what do we got for our next graduation class coming up here? It should be soon. Wow, we got 25 free laborers to do a lot of jobs, including cutting down more trees for us. That's good. And we got to get on that trading post ASAP, so... We got our trading post down. We got to get it upgraded ASAP is what I mean, for things like cows. There's our beautiful trading post there. This thing looks beautiful upgraded, too. It gets a little clock tower, so it's a really good piece of a building to put downtown. It doesn't give you any sort of... it doesn't give any sort of, like, desirability bonus, but I would argue it should. I really like it. Oh, and look at the little square in front of the town hall, too. Isn't that looking nice? Or I guess behind it, but yeah, we can rotate this building, too, I'm fairly certain. Nah, we can't, but I'd love an option to actually be able to rotate it since we can move any other building. Oh, just missing a tree. What you doing there? Get a little maple tree there. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's add something to the sides. Constantly increase that desirability. I'll add a couple of little parks and a couple little bushes. And maybe a couple little trees. Actually, we'll just add some pathways. There we go. Oh. Hey, there we go. Finally, 8 people have arrived. Oh, perfect. And now we get the 125 that we need. Alright, we'll come back to the park later. Now we can finally upgrade. Thank goodness. Glory to Raptoria. Alright, so the upgrade requirements are 25 homestead done, a school and a trading post, and now finally 125. We've got the 100 planks, 100 clay, and 1,200 gold in order to upgrade the town hall. Now it finally begins. Now with this, we can finally get beer, more entertainment, a few other things rocking too. Looks like the fishing huts are done. Fantastic. I think we'll build one here. Plus 40% effectiveness there. Alright, good. We might even build one more and do some more fishing over by the, just in front of the pub there, but that looks nice for now. Good job, everybody. Alright, I want to add some trees to separate some of the land here. There we go. Add an oak tree too. There we go. Perfect. That just separates the residential area from the industrial area that we just kind of built. And there's the bakery up on the hill. How nice. Nobody needing to work there just yet, though. We need to trade for those heavy tools. And, of course, to build that windmill as well. Do we actually have that heavy tools? I can't recall if I purchased. Oh, we do actually have 2 more. So we can now start building that. Although, do we have wheat fields ready for that? Yeah, we have wheat fields. We need more, though. Ooh, 1,000 grain. That's a good start. Damn good start. All right, let's build the mill, flour mill just up here. Next to the bakery a little bit. Bakery's up on the hill, too, but we'll build the windmill just next to it. And we'll back some of these trees away. This will look nice. Ooh, desirability reduction there. Ooh, quite a bit. The mill is noisy, I guess. They don't want to live near that. Well, we can put the mill over here then instead. Let's see. I want to put it somewhere aesthetic, but also where it doesn't do damage. Over by the granary anyway would be okay. Actually, right over here is perfect. I'm going to build it right here. Perfect. Alright, so when the clay pit is exhausted, which it probably is close to being, 1,200 is still quite a bit. Yeah, once that's exhausted, we can expand the road out there too. So perfect, it's close to the granary. The granary is pretty close to the farm fields and the flour mill, so that's good. We'll extend the road a little bit and make our path out to the flour mill. Alright, so now the bakery will be functioning. We could have done that a little earlier, but that's okay. Make a 90-degree road there too, since the farm fields are square, and we'll put some more stuff there. And we'll wait for the town hall to be upgraded. So now with tier 3, that means we can brew our own beer too. So the pubs are unlocked, and that's 2 of those. We just need to build the brewery at some point, which is right here. So it requires firewood, water, wheat, and honey in order to make beer. Perfect. That should give us another tax boost. And our biggest problem right now is mostly just preserving food. We've got nuts and berries. Probably do an arborist too to grow some fruits. So where would we put the fruits? Maybe down here. Be a good spot to start a little orchard down here. So let's try to do that. So food production. Arborist building. That's kind of weird. Why does it look square like that? That's perfectly square, as if there was a field there before or something. That's strange. Must be how the map was just laid out. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. We'll build our arborist here, and we can move the work area for this building so it doesn't really necessarily need to be near the trees. It could just be near them, if you know what I mean. Doesn't have to be in the center. Just near. Okay, it looks like more clay soil here. But it more depends on how we lay out the trees once that building is constructed. Stone's a little low again. No surprise there. Let's make sure we mine any and all stone. Hard to mine along a lake. Wow, are we out of stone for the whole town? We'll have to trade for some as soon as we find a trader. There is some near the shoreline, but they find it quite difficult to mine that. There's a little bit out there. A bit far away, but still manageable. Alright, well, we have enough for at least one building. Plenty of clay, plenty of firewood, plenty of logs. And if we do a brewery now, which we're about ready to do. Hey, there we go. Looking nice. Town hall really looking nice now. Alright, so the resources. We gotta go to resource tab. And then the brewery, yeah. Furniture will sell for good too. Outsiders view our town as being a little dull. Alright, so now they want us to build a theater. Build a theater to satisfy villagers' entertainment needs and attract new settlers. Well, that's going to be a while till we can do that. Or until we should do that. Oh, funny how nobody minds being next to the brewery. Doesn't give a buff, but it doesn't give a debuff either. But we could build the brewery right here near the, oh, actually, that's perfect. Near the mill. Because the granary is here. Oh, only 94 grain went bad? Not bad. How full is it? Oh, it's pretty full. So, yeah, once the mill is up and once the brewery is up, that'll start taking advantage of a lot of that. Oh, look at the birds. Look at the birds go. Very nice. All right, now with our population at 125, we have a limit now of 128. So let's build a few more homes just so we have a little extra room. Looks like we can build some more homes here. The well is making it push back by one. That's all right. We can, with the gap in between the houses, we can put a little garden path there from the park. And that'll increase desirability down the road. We can always add decorations and stuff. Desirability is going to be important now, especially upgrading to the next tier, which is large houses. So we go from shelters to homesteads to large houses. So most of the houses now are homesteads. Oh, and it looks like there's some problem with composting too. One of the things I found out recently about composting, if I hadn't mentioned it, is that once the compost has collected all the compost, it then decomposes and can be mixed in order to make a very potent fertilizer. Then once it's ready, we can click on this and add it to any of the fields we want. In this case, we'll add it to the let's add it to the wheat field, and that one's about the lowest too. So yeah, we can give the order to add it to a field and increase the fertility, and then that'll of course increase the bonus per year. So we've got we'll be increasing the fertility. It looks like the wheat wants a little bit more sandier soil too, so we'll go ahead and ask the sand makers when we get them a chance to come over to make the soil a little more sandy for the wheat. That'll make it a little more fertile too, so that means an increased yield for wheat and a reduced weed level, so that'll increase it as well. So basically what we're trying to do now is to increase the shelf life of food by putting it in the root cellar with barrels, and also increasing the yield of all things that we produce. So more things being harvested, more things being stored, and being stored for longer. All good things. I like to build a nice little fence here, so let's do that. We'll build a nice little fence around the mill. Don't have to, but it just looks nice and kind of makes it look like a building that is kind of on its own, but very important. Nice looking windmill. Alright, good amount of wood, firewood, planks. Yeah, planks have come down from 500 to 341 rather quick. So maybe we didn't have as many as we thought, but the town hall upgrade cost us quite a bit. Fishing buildings are doing their job now. Feel like we should keep adding even more security. Alright, the brewery is going up. Now, if we were going to name the two pubs that we've constructed, I got to know from everybody what they would name the pubs. What should we name our pubs? We got two pubs to name. We could also name our brewery too, but I guess bonus points if you're able to name that one. What's going on here? Field will not be Oh, the field will be fertilized next year. Okay, cool. So the compost guy will come out, and next year we'll do that. Hey, the arborist is ready too. Cool. So now we can add some fruits and whatnot. This is so weird how this looks. It's funny how this is like the negative area. Okay, so everything here is not good. No, this doesn't... I don't think this makes sense because there's actually different fertility for these different trees we're about to plant, so I don't... whatever. Doesn't really matter. Oh, it's the tree's lifespan. Wait, what? Really? Oh, I see. So building it in this soil would be like 775 months. So it doesn't really have anything to do with yield. It's more like just the tree's lifespan and stuff. That's totally fine. I mean, 200 months would still be a lot. That's a pretty crazy amount of time. All right, let's go ahead and start adding some trees then. We'll add this many. I think we'll add 6 on either side of each. So we've got apples, pears, and peaches. Oh, darn it. I goofed that one up. Bad me. I'm a bad man. Alright. Let's do a couple more. And another row. And one last row for double row for pears. Apparently. Okay, that's good enough. I think a few will be... If we expanded that anymore, well, maybe we could squeeze in 1 or 2 more, but that'll be fine for now. Yeah, that fertility seems weird to me. But it's not, again, it's not about fertility or yield. It's about lifespan. And really, 200 months, by the time that comes around or whatever, we could have already built another one and built it somewhere else. All right, wildlife attacking again. Flax again. Yep, over here too. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to keep building those walls to keep those pests out. Oh yeah, there's all the deer up there. Alright, I'm going to build a fence the rest of the way. Maybe down to here. I don't think they'll walk that far away around that. There we go. And of course we can change the fence anytime. I wanted the little notch there. Eventually this could be a city wall too. Eventually we could erect a large stone wall and then back up all the trees so that way the towers on our side can see that. We could also upgrade the towers too. Especially the one next to the two next to the storehouse. We could upgrade those as soon as we get 10 iron and 25 more stone. Expensive, but again, the storehouse, very important. And it seems to be where they keep trying to attack. Although a barracks would be better. But a barracks, I think, is more durable, but doesn't necessarily shoot faster. Also, the mill kind of looks like what I would expect an archer tower to look like. Just with little different modifications for archery. Wow, we made some good progress. Okay, so now we have a population limit of 140. We need to increase food. We've just started to make bread now through the whole bread production chain. Let's go ahead and get a couple people assigned there for the bakery. Nice. And then what do we have for flour? We've got nothing yet for flour. But it's got to be being made. The mill's been working for a little bit. Oh yeah, there it is. 248. Wow. And the rest is being taken by our brewery. So now we can now open the pubs. Now open. Wow. Big boost to the town then. All right, so we got 2 pubs open. We got the bakery open. We've got flour and beer flowing out from the 2 new buildings there, plus the orchard, which I don't think there's a way to make cider or any other drinks through the fruits that we can grow. So it's just, it'll be a raw food or a raw ingredient for a while. And then the preservist becomes an important building. Oh, and the cheese maker too, that's going to be crazy. So the preservist will still need glass, so we need to make a glass maker. So we could import glass, but it's probably going to be better to make our own. The glass maker requires heavy tools, which we've already used one now on our windmill, so we can now start building a foundry in order to smelt that iron that we needed. And also, we could start an iron mine. Again, more stone needed. It would be nice if the clay pit, but more specifically like the iron mine, produced a byproduct of stone or something like that, so you could get extra. If you're going to be mining iron, it makes sense that there be stone too. Maybe certainly not as much, because you're not looking for it, but still a usable amount. Let's see. Okay, we have our artisan quarter here. They don't want us to build it any closer than that, so we'll build this across the street. Luckily it doesn't have a debuff yet, being that close. There we go. Alright. Pottery is going. The foundry is going. Once we get our blacksmith up too, we should be able to start making the heavy tools ourselves. The hog wheel and the saw there. So we can be self-sufficient in that department. Okay, how are we doing on beer? We've not made any. Oh yeah, flour's at 340. Bread's at 140, so that's working. We have honey, we have wheat, and we have water, so of course that should start working. So it must just be brewing right now. Now it looks like they've made 8 in the last year. It's already the, I think the end of the first year, so somebody's going to be getting that, or they already drank it. But hey, that's a good thing. We've got beer up and running. At 15 crops, that's nothing. Room to grow. Happiness mostly affected by the food source. Improving that now with fruits. Wish we could grow more nuts and things like that, but that'll be later. Looks like cleanliness is hurting a little bit too. Entertainment and food. Villagers are concerned about the food supply, and the villagers want entertainment. So yeah, the pubs. Musicians will come and perform there. And let's get another person working at the soap factory. We'll get a couple more there because we can actually sell the soap too. And it looks like 2 things are decomposing, so the compost site will be of great use with all those farms now. And we've worked on a hell of a lot of problems today. And survived a pretty decent raid, and also got our town up to tier 3. Took a little longer than I thought, it always does, but that's the fun rush to tier 3. And of course, look at those buildings. Found out also that the right bracket on the keyboard brings up a beautiful photo mode, so look at that. It's not really a photo mode, but it just removes the HUD, but that's exactly what it's for, is taking photos. Oh, look at the wagon. Enabling and disabling the HUD breaks it out. That's funny. Cool. Ah, we might need to get another smoker. Keep up with all the fish and such coming in too. Alright. Meat good, fish good, dried fish and or smoked fish and meat are good. Eggs we will probably get in the spring. Bread at 321. My god. That's going to go bad quick. Beans. We need more turnips and carrots and things. That'll be important. Also greens. So what I just mentioned plus cabbage. We're also going to need to start preserving some of these, but building a blacksmith in order to make those iron ingots is important. So that way we can make a cooper who can then make barrels, so then every time we make a barrel, it'll go into the root cellars, and then we can increase the longevity of every single one of our crops. And meat and such. Imagine, smoked fish put into a barrel. That's going to last for a very long time. And of course, think of the omega-3s, bruh. Omega-3s. Oh yeah, this seems to be improving already. Wow, they're gobbling that bread, though. Good stuff. We'll need a few more foragers, I think, for all the natural herbs, eggs, and berries that we can find. Those are going to be good for food sources. And I think herbs actually count as like a spice for them that makes them happier somehow. So, wow. Firewood low, too. Yeah, we're going to have to build another firewood cutter. And let's designate a few more trees for removal. There we go. Yearly taxes collected. Good. I'm sure somebody's come by the trader by now. I think the system on that will have to change. There's no pop-up on the left side of the screen when a trader comes by, but a little thing will pop up on the window, which means you got to be looking at the building. There'll be a little pop-up above the building itself. All right, happiness on the rise. Good. Food supply, too. Makes sense, you know, it all goes down by winter. And increases by the spring and summer. Beautiful. Glory to Raptoria. What a lovely city. All right, the next goal then is to get the pop. Ooh, wow, we already have one. We're already on our way to tier 4. One large house out of 25 required. A theater must be built, and we need to upgrade the trading center, which is a really important thing. And then we just needed 250 population, so we'll get there. First goal then is probably to hit 150, obviously, and then we'll be able to do a little better there. 3,000 gold, that's fine. All these goals are pretty easy. The thing that'll take the longest is growing the population. Again, even if we had our population as happy as could be, it's still going to take a long time for them to, for newborns to be born, for people to come into the city, and then of course for, well, we don't want any deaths from invasion or whatnot, so even that alone could push us back a little bit, so we'll see how things go. I hope they all go well, and I hope things are going well for everybody in the city. That is for sure. Oh man. All right, clay is good. I think all the numbers are great here. I think we've done a good job, and it's good to see tier 3 here. Now, here's the deal. Tier 3 is the end game for the current early access version of the game, and when it comes out on August 9th, 2022, there could be a lot more content here that I haven't seen yet, and it's rumored that there's even a tier 5, so that the developers are working on and probably haven't released publicly even for me. So once we hit tier 3, which we have, this is it for all the buildings that we can build at the moment that you can see. We haven't built them all, but these are all the end game buildings for now, and a few things can be upgraded to different tiers that we can't necessarily build, like the lookout tower has to be built first and then can be upgraded into a guard tower. So there's a few more things that we can't build without building the prerequisite building, but we still have much more to do for the brickyard, for the furniture workshop and heavier trade, but most importantly, trader is here. Upgrading this building. And perfect. Atka, the Iron Clan, has joined us again. Excellent, ma'am. I'll take one of those tools then. We have one more, actually, to build the blacksmith shop. So let's see. Or unless this one's not delivered. So that's going to be built there. I'm going to just buy one to be safe. We'll have to transfer the gold. I'll go ahead and transfer 500 over here. Let's just type that in. Cool. We'll wait for the transfer to be finished. It looks like she'll buy planks, which we have 312. Ooh, she'll buy them for a pretty good price. Let's transport 50. Do a little haggling here. A little dealing. Look at that, 411 pottery. Let's transport another 50. There is such a thing as filling this thing up too much. Oh, we already had, oh wow. Wiping her out, boys. All those baskets, man. All right, let's do another 15. So yeah, we need to upgrade this in order to increase the storage space here, but now we got a ton of cash, so never mind. We'll just keep 1,000 at global storage, and the trading post can keep the rest for now. All right, good. We'll keep on trading with our friend here, but the next goal is to upgrade this, so we just need 50 bricks. So we do need to make a brick maker next. Gold ingots, that's easy. Wood planks, that's easy. And then we get a bonus to increase storage capacity at the trading post, which becomes the trading center. Better, more specialized merchants, and also increased durability, so that's good. Let's make our brick maker out of town, and we'll wait for them to do their thing. This also means we need a charcoal kiln, so we'll probably kind of make a little thing for this over here. I think the brickworks might also require water. We'll see. We'll build that right here. And we'll build the charcoal kiln over here too. The kiln will take a lot of wood, and also it supplies materials for not only the brick maker, but also the blacksmith. So kind of required regardless of what we do here. There we go. All right, and 30 bricks. Oh boy, or 30 stone blocks. So it'll take a little bit of time. Does she have that? She's got some iron for us that we can buy, but I don't know if I want to buy it just yet. I'd like to be self-sufficient as much as possible. Well, looks like they brought 28 out of 50 over here. There we go. Ooh, the pottery's here. Nice. Oh, she's out of money, man. She is out of cash. Boy, we could buy armor, iron. Really not too much more we need. She's leaving in 34 days. Yeah, we wiped her out. We got 2,000 in the bank here at the trading depot and another 1,000 in the town treasury, so we'll wait for other people to drop by, maybe with stone bricks. Otherwise, we'll gather that and then build our brick maker and our kiln, and then we'll have enough for the blacksmith to be able to make things out of iron, and we'll find an iron mine too sometime soon. All right, everybody, that is it for today's episode of Farthest Frontier. Far out, man. Hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a like on the way out. Thank you very much for subscribing and hanging out, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. See you next time.